Okay, welcome to another CMMS Dude video. And in this video, we're going to go over excavation pre-task plans and other safety forms as they pertain to ongoing work. So you can see I've pulled up an email here that we got earlier today for a job that was at 1008 Palisade Court. This went out on Leak Alert. Safety is probably aware of this job. Crew on site for a 3/4 inch copper service renewal. So I'm going to bring up Field Force. And as you can see, I don't have that work order here because of my filter. I'm going to go ahead and open up my work order filter. You can see I'm looking for things assigned to Jason Dodd. I'm going to go ahead and deselect my name, hit the back arrow. So now I've wiped that out. And in the description, I'm going to put the word Palisade. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And that's going to give us our 1008 Palisade Court service renewal. Now, if this work order was completed, you might find it over here on the completed list, right? So it's actually showing on both because there are some aspects of this work order that are completed. The tasks are completed, so it's showing over there. But the overall work order is still not completed. You can see it's still in status, job started, crew working. So this is a typical distribution work order. So you'll see there's a summary, a task list, time materials, right? This will always look the same. And within the task list, you can see it says status 8 of 8 tasks completed. Now the excavation pre-task is one of those tasks. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the task list and open that up. And you can see we have initial leak information, leak investigation, encroachment permit, excavation pre-task plan, excavation, leak repair, flush, and water quality sampling. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the excavation pre-task plan because that's one of the points of interest for this video. Now within this section, you'll see it has an assigned to person, a team. Right now the status is we're complete. And then it asks a series of questions. Who's the competent person performing this task? Now Underwood chose to put in self there instead of Matt Underwood, but we kind of got that figured out. Were the drawings reviewed? This is a yes, no, NA question, and he's chosen to say yes, that the drawings were reviewed. Job site check for hazards, necessary tools, materials, equipment, PPE, and BMPs. Is the work non-routine or high hazard? If so, follow the high hazard SOP. So you can see this is a list of questions from the excavation pre-task plan safety form. Right? Site evaluation, before and after pictures completed, water shade, traffic controls, posted speed limit, number of lanes closed, cones deployed, flaggers, so on and so forth. Wheels chalked, were whip checks used, GFCIs used, silica safety, is water used for concrete cutting, hand mix less than 16 60-pound bags, and hot work safety, fire extinguisher. Additional safety issues discussed. They discussed pedestrian safety, and it's completed. It has a completed date, right? So this is the excavation pre-task plan, and it's baked into the task list of all distribution work orders. Now, within the excavation task itself, we have some additional safety questions that have been filtered through here. Like we have them specifically say the name of the excavation competent person. In this case, it was Rick Abona. We have them validate that PG&E marks were down. And in this case, they said there were hazardous material pipelines in the area. They said yes. We record the excavation depth in feet and inches, whether or not shoring or trench boxes were deployed, plywood, if there were any unrestrained isolation valves, if there's overhead clearance greater than 10 feet, stability of nearby structures and utilities checked, so on and so forth. There's the tabulated data on site and reviewed. They're saying NA because they didn't need shoring. Gas monitor, they say they didn't need. And asbestos containing materials, right? They're saying yes, which I believe is why they probably said yes, there was hazardous materials in the area. And it looks like they put down plates. So that's an excavation pre-task plan and some safety information during the excavation. And the leak repair, it looks like they did not complete this leak repair, and they probably didn't because this was a service renewal, not a leak repair. So he just changed the status to completed. But this is where you get nature, a break, cause of leak, and that sort of stuff. This is not really safety oriented stuff, but there's obviously a lot of information here that you could look at if you needed to. Now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to look for the distribution team. Again, I'm just changing the filter, looking for, instead of this time looking for Palisades, I'm looking for anything that belongs to the distribution construction team. And I can see a number of work orders here, right? I know the ones that just have the dates, those are going to be distribution daily reports, right? This is the date, the weather, spoils removed. Um, Kind of lightly touches safety with, spoils and weather and things like that. But there will also be, that's the daily construction. Oh, these are both daily construction forms. It doesn't look like anyone is doing any excavation tailboards there, but we should find some here in the completed. It's a construction daily. Here's an excavation tailgate form done specifically for a job as a standalone form, right? So in this case, we could look at this parent, right? And the parent's going to be, it's going to tell us some information about a job, right? So this parent, I could go in here and look and say this was project work and this was 4925 Myrtle Drive. So that's how I would look it up. If I was looking for construction work, I'd look it up by address. So I'd throw in 4925 Myrtle Drive, and then I can see some related work orders. Here's a distribution construction daily report, and then here's the excavation tailgate. Now, when we open up the excavation tailgate for this job, we can see we have, the before leaving yard section, has the crew stretched, GIS map reviewed, traffic controls planned, check for hazardous material pipelines. So this is a form that distribution was using, a paper form that we went ahead and just digitized and allow them to launch it as a related work order underneath a parent, as has been done in this case, right? So survey for traffic, here's your USA ticket number, the expiration date, water shade, sunblock, was control call, PG marks down, so on and so forth. Traffic control section, excavation section, name of the competent person, excavation spotter, so on and so forth. Cave-in protection section, right? So, this again, this just matches their form, sort of line by line. So hopefully this is going to help. Again, the key to it is to know the work order that you're looking for or something about it. Address or name of the project is best. You throw your address in here, or part of your address, right? If I'm looking for anything on Cheshire, right, I should be able to find some Cheshire stuff. And then open that up and see, I can tell right now this is a corrected maintenance work order. There's going to be no task list. That's an incorrect work order to use. They should be using this reactive work order where you have tasks 8 of 8. And then you could go in and look at your excavation and excavation pre-task plan. In addition to that, if there's attachments here, you can see it's green and it says there's 7 attachments. You can actually look at that list of attachments. So you can see, pictures of the excavation. If they had put shoring in, you would see the pictures of the shoring. You can see this is a fairly shallow hole. So based on this picture, I can tell it's a pretty shallow hole already. But if I wanted to go into the task list, I could go into the excavation task and then see that they said that that was a 3-foot hole. So that's a quick and easy way to look at these work orders and look for safety information on them. Let me know if this helps or if we need to go over some more strategies for finding your work. Thank you.